G'day guys, and welcome here to Sydney Motorsport Park. We're down here today to settle the draw for the pools for the International Drifting Cup, presented by Garrett Advancing Motion. With me today is Jen. She's going to help me by drawing out the names and the numbers for the guys as they go into their pool round. My name's Dan Mackey. I'm the Drift Operations Manager, and we'll also be judging the event when we come down to it on October 12th and 13th. Jen, just firstly, I guess a little bit about this new format. It's a new format that's not been seen in this level of drifting before. Something to try and keep the action on track. We're focusing mainly on trying to keep guys out there as much and as often as we can and get rid of the downtime. So there's been limits to one more times and reruns in the pool phase. There's also been an opportunity now to enter a hot pit to try and keep the guys turning over their tyres and getting back out on track as quick as they can once we get into the top 8 phase. Obviously that's going to all happen once we get to October, but for now it's time to get into the draws.
Awesome.
Are you ready to go?
Sure, ready to go. Right, so the first person is 16, Prosnik.
Michael Prosnik. He's a keen driver, he's a mad battler, he's going to love this track. So he's going into Pool A, he's into slot 1, so that's the first one. And just to explain how this is going to work through, guys, so we're going to draw Pool A, followed by Pool B, followed by Pool C, and the first driver in each of them all the way through to Pool H. We'll go then back to the top and we'll start again. Who have we got next, Jen?
Yep, so the next one is 35, Tui.
Brad Tui, 2017 Drift All-Stars champion. He'll be looking to really mix it up with the internationals today. He's got an amazing car with twin superchargers, so yep, into Pool B for Brad. Looking forward to it.
Awesome. So number 12, Olive Konya.
Jaron. Well, someone said let's put a V12 in an S14 chassis and see what happens with it. V12 in a Sylvia. It's going to be awesome. I've seen it over in D1NZ. The car is amazing, and this track is really going to suit that car and setup. So Pool C, be good to see him out there.
Awesome. Number 79, Connor Shanahan.
Connor Shanahan. Well, what more do you need to say about this bloke? He's a young gun from Ireland, competing in the IDC, and he's very, very well known for taking down that little name we know of James Dean.
So the next one's 87, Taniguchi.
Nob Taniguchi, what can I say about this guy? He's an OG, he's a legend. He's been around for who knows how long. He's a fierce competitor, loves being out on track. First Japanese drifting champion, so it'll be great to see him in Pool E.
So the next one is 78, Campaign.
Dale Campaign. Dale Campaign is really red hot at the moment. 2 times DCA champion in a row, back to back. First time I believe that's been done in the DCA championship, so he's in red hot form. He's got a gun team behind him. If he makes the top 8, you're really going to have to look out for him because his team are really quick at turning cars around, even when they've got stoved indoors and the rest of it. So yeah, can't wait to see Dale.
Awesome. So the next one's 73, Pullen.
Mitch Pullen. Yeah, what do we say about this guy? This guy's different. He's something you might like, Jen. I'm not sure if you're into your utes, but he's got a Hilux ute that he's bringing out. Possibly the first time we've seen on this level of competition. The thing's got 1,000 horsepower, wow. So it's going to be it's going to be awesome to see him out there mixing it up with the boys. Awesome.
So the next one we have is number 7, Brown.
Jace Brown, another guy from over in New Zealand, rising up really quickly through the ranks in D1NZ. First year running in the Pro Series this time, just gone by. He's got just a crazy car. You've got to see it to believe it. You've got to actually watch it out in action. This thing makes smoke clouds for days.
So the next driver is number 11, Billick.
Anthony Billick. What can I say about this bloke? He's been around for a very long time. He's, if you've been watching the drift scene, Jen, you would have probably seen him in his little SR20 powered Sylvia. It's probably going to be the most least powered car out there. So it'll be interesting to see how he goes. He's always supporting World Time Attack. He's been, I don't know, to the last 7 or 8 rounds, I believe. Got a chance last year, kind of had a few dramas, but it'll be great to see how he goes this year.
Awesome. So the next driver is 616.
Fangadan Woolhouse. This is going to be awesome to see. The car, I've seen it over in New Zealand. I haven't learned what you like to drive yet, Jen, but I'm sure I'm going to work it out by the end of it. He's got one of these RTR Mustangs. That's the things that are driven over in America in the Formula Drift Championship over there. I've been lucky enough to have a very close look. I haven't been out with Fango in the car yet, but hopefully one day you'll find some time to take me for a blat. But this thing is immaculate, and the way it drives, the way it changes direction, it's something that a lot of people in Australia just haven't seen before, and they're going to really struggle to understand how to chase and battle this thing. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be good fun.
Awesome. Next driver we have up is 59, so Jay Shanahan.
Jack Shanahan. You know, for a young bloke, he's just turned 19 years of age, done plenty of competition over in the other hemisphere, 2 times BDC champion, and he's the current IDC champion, brother of Connor, which is possibly where Connor's learned a lot of his tricks from. So yeah, these guys are going to be awesome watching these guys come over here. I know there's a lot of support, a lot of backing to see them here. So yeah, it's going to be good.
That'll be cool. Next driver we have up is number 6, Fink.
Luke Fink. This guy's been around for a really long time. I remember competing against him his first time back when down in Tasmania when he first came out. Pretty sure from memory he finished 2nd in that round. He's been around the world competing in drifting. Current owner of the DCA Drift Challenge Australia competition, which runs around and helps do state as well as national competitions. So yeah, good to see Luke back out there and battling along with the boys.
So next driver we have up is number 17, Greenhill.
There you go, and following on from the DCA guys, you've got, excuse me, Mr. Greenhill himself, Nathan. He's finished 3rd place in the DCA Challenge competition this year. Really promising driver, up and coming. He's got lots of ability. I think he'll do quite well. He's already been talking about turning up the boost and doing some extra bits and pieces of the car to get it ready to compete out on the high speed tracks. A lot of the DCA tracks are sort of smaller and narrow and twistier, but I think he'll still do quite well out there in the big game. So it'll be good to see how he goes, definitely.
So next driver is 94, Jones.
Jakey Jones, Drift Squid. Again, another guy that's been out for a long time. I remember battling him at Oran Park. Unfortunately, he took the win there, but we won't talk about that. You know, it was one of those situations where I'd broken too much stuff on my car and he hadn't. So anyway, no, Jake Jones, he's a great kid. He gets out there, he does lots of demos. I believe he's just freshened up the engine in the RBMW, so it's going to be awesome to see. He's always plenty of smoke. He's always a fierce competitor. So yeah, great.
Great. So the next driver we have up is 81, Probert.
Danny Probert. One of the things we tried to do this year, Jen, was try and get a competitor from all states and territories of Australia. And when I was up in Darwin recently, I was lucky enough to go along and see Danny's workshop, see his brand new car. He's got an XD Falcon with a Barra motor in it, so it's an old school married with new school. This thing is immaculate. It's a work of art, all the way down to his fabricated subframes and everything to keep those going and keep himself competitive. He's got an S14 front end in the thing. An AU modelled rear end in the back. So yeah, the amount of time and work that's gone into that, yeah, it's an awesome machine. It's going to be great to see.
Awesome. So next driver we have up is 96, Hill.
Matty Hill. Yeah, a guy on the rise, this guy, really working his way to the top. He's been competing for a number of years. He's done a couple of wild time attacks, been over in New Zealand now for 2 seasons. Managed to pick up his first win at round 1 of D1NZ last year, or beginning of this year. So yeah, Matty and the Foreman's crew are going to be hard to beat if they come out on form. They've proved that they can mix it up there. So yeah, well that's pretty much half of it done now. We've gone through 2 sides. We've seen who's going in there. Now let's find out who's going to fill the rest of them. Sure. Alrighty.
Yep. So the next one we have 36. So Botcher.
Josh Botcher. Yeah. Smoke definitely precedes this guy. He's got a sprint car motor and an S15 chassis, GT radials strapped to the back of the thing. This thing makes clouds of smoke, and you know, the guys always talk about it. He's hard to follow. He's been around, he's done the scene a few times, done plenty of this world time attack.
Awesome. So next one, number 13, Dua.
Another cloud machine. Aaron Dua. Normally aspirated V8 in this thing. He builds his own engines. He's been competing now for a fair while on the High Tech Drift Australia side of things. Did quite well, finished 4th last year. Looking forward to see how he goes. He'll definitely be creating the smoke out there though.
Number 58, Mir.
Benny Mir. Little Benny Me, the guy that always is out there trying. He's in every single competition that he can possibly get his wheels into. Recently had his best result up in Queensland at the High Tech Drift Australia round, finishing second up there. Yeah, again, he's another one of these guys that's really on the rise and could shake up this field. So it'd be great to see how Benny goes.
Awesome. Next driver is 46, Bonnie.
Michael Bonnie. Guy's been here, he's done very well before, finishing top 8. So, you know, he's a guy that can drive. He's the quiet achiever out there, Michael Bonnie. He's definitely going to be one that'll get out there and shake it up. And from what I hear, he's strapping in a bigger shot of NOS into that motor. So he's just going to blow the rings out of it. Alrighty.
So next driver is 25, Yates.
Bo the Show Yates. Jen, I'm sure you know about Bo. He's been around the drift scene for, well, since it started. Back in the day, 15 years ago, when we first started drifting out here at this track, he's a factory-backed driver. He's got Toyota genuine parts behind him. He's got an amazing GT86. Yeah, won it last year, so he'll be coming back to defend the title, definitely.
666, Thompson.
Carl Thompson. Good mate from over in New Zealand. Carl's, he's a real character. Doesn't matter whether it's on the track, off the track, he's having fun, he just loves life. He's bigger than life, larger than life, generally getting into some sort of trouble doing something. So, you know, drifting's good for him. It's a way he can get sideways, have fun, blaze tyres. And it's been interesting to watch him over the last sort of 24 months develop more into a driver and less into a clown. Sorry. Carl, love you, buddy. But yeah, look, it's going to be great to see him out there. He'll mix it up this year. Some good new sponsors on board too.
Awesome. So next driver up, we have 22, Nakamura.
Nakamura, yeah, Naki's he's a gun. He's another guy similar to Carl. He really just doesn't care out there. He wants to get up on people's doors. He's an awesome driver, and he's going to be great to watch. I know he doesn't mind getting to New Zealand, so it'd be great for him to catch up with some of his mates here. And yeah, I think he'll definitely mix it up. All right, last one for the third set of drivers into the pools.
So 324, Clark.
Levi Clark, another guy with an S15, big engine in this thing, lots of tyre smoke. Levi's been around too. He's done lots of drifting all over the world, so you know he's been here before. He understands the track. He loves the fast circuits. So yeah, Levi's going to really kill it out there. You know, it's going to be good to watch him belting out those tyres. All right, Jen, back to the top of the tree. We're going to fill in our last set of drivers.
Sure. So 112, Russell.
Matty Russell, little Matty Russell. Matty's got a little AE86. He drives the wheels off the thing. Little guy from Victoria. He's always the guy that's trying hard and going for it. So he'll be good out there to see.
777, Monk.
Adam Monk, one of our West Aussie contingent coming across. Adam's been around the scene for a long time. Been out of it for a while, so hopefully the boys over in Western Australia have been hitting Barbagallo, getting some practice in. He's going to have a pretty interesting pool, so yeah, good luck to him.
Awesome. Next driver, 896, Greaves.
Brendan Greaves. You'd almost say that they were kind of hanging out together in the box there to be drawn out, because Brendan Greaves is one of Adam's good mates from over in Western Australia, often out there doing a lot of practice and stuff together. Brendan's just built a really nice brand new car that he's going to be debuting at this event, so going to be good to see. The thing's awesome. off its head.
Next driver, 31, Brugmans.
Stephen Brugmans. This guy's had one of these guys that's almost along the lines of, sort of an Aussie driver search style of event. Rob White, who's been a competitor here many times before, put on a Drift Masters event, and for the Pro-Am guys, the guys that were up and coming, they get an opportunity to win a ticket into this pool to take on these big guys in Rob's own 350Z, and Stephen was the guy that took it out, so it's going to be plenty of eyes on him. No pressure at all.
Next driver, 111, Imamura.
Imamura. Yeah, the guy that's, I certainly watched when I was growing up. The guy's been around for ever and a day. A real OG drifter, so it's just going to be him alone coming to this event is just awesome. So it's going to be great to see him out there mixing it up with some of the young guys.
Great. Number 20, we have Moat.
Camo Moat. Again, another competitor that's been around for a while but out of the seat for a little bit. Camo is always well renowned for building, immaculate cars. taking them out there. He's even been known to not want to do a victory burnout after winning because he doesn't want to damage his machinery. You know, that's Camo. He's always A-class. He'll mix it up with the guys, has no issues with getting up on people's doors. So, yeah, good luck to Camo.
So number 26, Dimmock.
Joel Dimmock. Coming back this year, he's got a score to settle with the track and his car, I think. He competed last year in, you know, what he openly describes kind of an underdone car. Will be the same car. He's got a 240Z with a GTR R35 motor in it. The thing's awesome. Recently had it out at the High Tech Series up in Queensland, just getting some laps under it and some competition. So yeah, hoping that he can, you know, get the thing sorted out and really get up there and mix it, you know, which he's capable of doing. So
yeah,
it'll be good.
Be great. So lucky last, we have.
Who hasn't been called out yet?
Number 720, Harvey.
Matty Harvey, another one of our DCA competitors. Matty finished runner-up to Dale Campaign, who's just on a hot streak at the moment. You'd almost say, you know, he'd be wishing Dale wasn't part of this because he knows that there's one guy out there who's really hard to beat. But I think Matty can mix it up. You know, he's a good young guy from Tasmania who's going to, you know, bring it up to speed and give everyone a good run. So it'll be great to see Matty out there as well. Righto, Jen, well that's it, done. We've done the pool draw now for the Garrett Advancing Motion International Drifting Cup. Let's have a look at who we've got in our pools.
Awesome. So Pool A is Michael Prosnick, Anthony Billy, Josh Botcher and Matt Russell.
That's a really, really strong Australian field, that one. All the guys are local. They're going to be keen to get out there and battle in with the international guys, but to do that, they're going to have to make sure they win their pool battles. 3 of them there, get the points up and get on through to the top 8. That's awesome. Let's have a look at Pool B.
Awesome. So Pool B is Brad Tui, Fenga Dan, Aaron Dua and Adam Monk.
And again, another really strong field. You've got you know, guys that have always been up there. Every single one of those cars is going to make an absolute cloud of smoke. So, you know, a strong field. There's opportunities in that one definitely for a mess up behind, chasing hard, trying to keep up with the guy, and a lot of smoke. Pool C. Great.
So Pool C is Jaron Olive Corona, Jack Shanahan, Ben Meir and Brendan Greaves.
Again, I mean, I think we're going to see this all the way through. You know, there's not really any easy pools. This one's great. There's a couple of internationals in there. Certainly some guys that are going to want to be seen. Jack's got a lot of experience, so he's got a couple of championships under his belt. Jaron, up and coming. Ben Meir, up and coming. Brendan Greaves, brand new car. Anything can happen in that pool.
Awesome. So I'm just going to read you Pool D. So that's Connor Shanahan, Luke Fink, Michael Bonney and Stephen Bragmans.
What a cool little pool this one's going to be. You know, the first 2 guys, Connor Shanahan and Luke Fink, they're great mates, know each other from the IDC championship. You know, Luke's one of our guys who's been around for a long time. Connor, he's an up-and-comer, he's already claimed 1 big scalp, but they know each other, they've battled together before. They'll be up on each other's doors and having no issues about having a great little ding-dong battle. That'll be great to watch. Bonnie, you know, he's always keen to get amongst it. It's got all that extra power coming in his new engine, so that's going to be great to watch. And Brugmans, you know, he won his way into this and he knew he was going to cop this somewhere, that he was going to be up against these big guys. So, you know, if you want a time to shine, you know, the bloke that took out James Dean, Luke Fink, who's been around forever and a day, Michael Bonney, who's got all the power on that right foot. You know, this is it. If he wants to set a name for himself, this is going to be the pool to watch. So Pool D is going to be really interesting to watch.
Great. So just going to go over Pool E. So that's Nob Taniguchi, Nathan Greenhill, Bo Yates and Drift Samurai.
Yeah, look, all these pools are really great. This one's going to be good fun too. You know, Yates, he's been out there, he's been battling for a long time, so he's going to have an opportunity now to go up against 2 guys that he would have been watching when, you know, he and I were a little bit younger, growing up, and probably 2 guys that helped him get into drifting. So, you know, a great little experience there for Bo. And Nathan, you know, he's got 3 guys that have been drifting, you know, you'd combine the time, it'd be nearly 60 years. So it's a huge amount of time and experience. Pool E is, you know, people are possibly going to say it looks like an easy one for Yates to win, but I definitely don't think that at all.
Awesome. So we're just going to go through Pool F. So that's Dale Campaign, Jack Jones, Carl Thompson and Camo Moped.
Yeah, Jen, again, you've got some really good guys in there, some guys that are, you know, fierce competitors, guys that are going to make lots of smoke. Dale Campaign, possibly, you know, with his recent form, might be the guy that's, you know, thinking he might get away with something here, but when Carl Thompson turns up, he's going to turn up and he doesn't care who you are, he'll have a go at you. Camo Mate, same thing. So, you know, lots of cloud smoke, lots of fierce and aggressive battling in this. So, yeah, Pool F is definitely, again, another one to watch and enjoy.
So Pool G, so that's Mitch Pullen, Danny Probert, Naoki Nakamura and Joel Dimmick.
Yeah, well, what a pool that one's going to be. You've got, you know, nice guys, you've got guys that are just brand new into it, you've got guys that love getting on the door. That's going to be an interesting pool just in that. Mitch Pullen, first time mixing it up with the big guys. Not that he's not going to, you know, be outdone. He's got heaps of power. That little Hilux ute is just going to be singing out there, making clouds of smoke. Danny Probert, bringing the car all the way down from the Northern Territory. I know he loves the thing, he's not going to want to scratch it, but then he's got a guy like Naoki in there who doesn't care about your car and he's going to want to scratch it. So that'll be an interesting little battle. And Joel Dimmick's a little bit the same, you know, he's a really nice bloke, he's cool, calm, collected and doesn't want to scratch his stuff. So, you know, could be a Naoki field day in there. Be worth a watch for sure.
Great, so Dan, just going through the last pool. So yep. Pool H is Jace Brown, Matt Hill, Levi Clark and Matt Harvey.
Yeah, this one's kind of a case of the odd guy out. Poor little Matty Harvey's the only bloke that hasn't battled someone in that pool already. Jace Brown, Matty Hill and Levi Clark have all done time in New Zealand together. I'm not quite sure if they've all managed to battle each other, but they've certainly been familiar with each other's driving. So, you know, it could be an opportunity there for Matt Harvey to get in and steal the pool. He's certainly going to be up against some quality driving, but, you know, overall there's no real pool in this, Jen, that stands out as a pool that's going to be easy to get through. The battles are going to be awesome. It's going to be amazing on track.
Sounds great.
Right, Jen, well that's it for our pools and our draw today. What an absolute cracking field it is, and they've been drawn into something that's still quite interesting and quite fun. I can't wait to see it. You're going to be here. Yes, I'm sure you're looking forward to it.
Yes, definitely.
So guys, that's it here from Sydney Motorsport Park today. The pool draws are set, that's locked in now. Friday afternoon, Saturday afternoon and into the night, there's going to be blazing tyres, battles royale, the International Drifting Cup presented by Garrett Advancing Motion at the World Time Attack Challenge is something you just don't want to miss out. So guys, jump onto the worldtimeattack.com website, grab your tickets through there, through ticket.worldtimeattack.com. We'll see you there.